Alright, YouTubers, welcome to Company of Heroes with the Angry Nerd. Now, Company of Heroes is an older game. It was developed by Relic Entertainment and was released in September of 2006. It is a real-time strategy video game that was set in the Second World War. In the single-player campaign, the player commands 2 U.S. military units during the Battle of Normandy and the Allied liberation of France. Depending on the mission, the player controls either Able Company of the 29th Infantry Division's 116th Infantry or Fox Company of the 101st Airborne Division's 506 Parachute Infantry Regiment. And the Company of Heroes title has 2 expansions, one of which is called the Opposing Fronts, which gives you control over the German Panzer Elite and British forces. It also has a second expansion called Tales of Valor. Now, the regular game gives you, I believe, the invasion of Normandy, possibly the Operation Market Garden and liberation of Caen. And the expansions, I believe, give you like the Tiger Ace, the Causeway, and the Falls of Pocket. There is also a second version of the game that was released in 2013 called Company of Heroes 2. And all of these games are available on Steam. You could probably still find some copies, hard copies. I don't know that the multiplayer functionality of the game is still, whether that's still usable or not. I don't know if Steam supports that, but Relic used to have servers which you could play against other people on teams of up to 4 against 4. It was quite fun back in the day. I haven't played it in quite a while, but if you could pick it up cheap and you like military stuff, military games might be something interesting for you to look at. So I thought I would give you a look. What we're going to do right now is we are going to run a playthrough of the basic training, and I'm going to let the computer or the game explain, and I'm just going to click the mouse and let you have a quick listen, because it will show you stuff that I will probably forget to tell you. And then once we've done that, on a separate video, we will start a playthrough of Company of Heroes. So without further ado, let's take a look at these little tutorials. I forgot how many tutorials there are. But we're just going to go through and give you the basic ones of how to.
Welcome to Company of Heroes. Company of Heroes is a real-time strategy game that focuses on frontline combat, capturing key strategic points and leading your company to victory.
let's just take a quick look at the basic training tutorial.
Welcome to basic training. This training exercise will cover unit selection, camera control, and basic orders. During the game, you will receive objectives to complete. Here's an example. You can see your objectives listed on the left side of the screen. Moving your mouse cursor over the objective icon reveals its description. Try this now and move your mouse cursor over. Good. If the objective is off screen, an arrow will point to it. For training purposes, the description and direction arrow will remain on screen. Good. Now, we will cover how to select units. This is a rifleman squad, the basic infantry unit. Note the rifleman icon and the squad's health bar above the unit. In Company of Heroes, you issue orders to squads, not individual soldiers. A squad needs to be selected before you can give them orders. Left-click on the rifleman squad to select it.
Looks like we fight today.
Good. You can see they're selected by the circle on the ground around them. All selected squads are shown on the selection panel in the middle of the taskbar. You can access the squad's abilities from the command panel on the right. The mini-map is shown on the left side of the taskbar. It displays an overview of the entire battlefield. To get more information about anything on the taskbar, move your mouse over it. This will display additional information in the help text. Here's an engineer squad. You can select several squads at the same time by holding the left mouse button and dragging a selection box over both of the squads.
One now.
Excellent. You can see both squads in the selection panel of the taskbar. You can cycle through each squad in your selection by pressing Tab, or go directly to Good. You can now give orders to this individual squad and use their special abilities in the command panel. Left-click on the Group Select icon to return Good. Our engineers are being deployed elsewhere. We will now cover unit movement. All basic orders in the Company of Heroes are issued using the right mouse button. To issue a move order to your rifleman squad, right-click on the indicated location.
Now what they didn't tell you is when you right-click, if you right-click and drag into a certain direction, the squad will face in that particular direction.
To issue a move order to your rifleman, Good. In order to move units outside the immediate viewable area, you will need to pan the camera. Moving your mouse cursor to the edge of the screen pans the camera in that direction. Try this now and pan the camera to the left. Good. Now follow the objective arrow and pan the camera until you see the road intersection. Excellent. Now, order the squad to move here by right-clicking on the indicated location.
Now when I do that, I'm gonna make them face up the road this direction. You see when I right-click and pull it in that direction, it'll give me a little arrow.
Now, order the squad to move
See
here by right-clicking on the indicated location.
Now they'll come up to this intersection and face in that direction.
Good. Now you get the basic idea. Left-click to select units, right-click to issue basic orders. In Company of Heroes, you can rotate the camera to see more of the battlefield. To do this, hold down the Alt key on your keyboard and move the mouse to rotate and tilt your camera view. Try this now. That's it. To return the camera to its default position, press the backspace key twice. Excellent. You can also zoom in and zoom out with the mouse wheel. Fantastic. Again, pressing backspace will return your Company of Heroes is best played from the default camera position. Let's move on out. Issue a move order to the indicated position up the road. To do this, right-click on the indicated position. Notice that as your squad moves, they reveal more of the surrounding landscape. This is the fog of war. Your units can only see what is immediately around them. Well done. Your squad is in position. An event queue has appeared on the left of the screen to let you know that enemies have been spotted. Click on the event queue or press the spacebar to focus the camera on the location of an Axis patrol is moving in and trying to capture our strategic point. Notice that enemy units are shown in red. Your units are shown in blue. Right-click on the enemy troops to attack them.
I really don't have any cover, so I'm going to try to put them here behind this tractor.
Up two, ladies.
Right-click on the... Notice your mouse changes to an attack cursor as you mouse over the enemy squads. Enemy unit down. Good job. Now, let's get that strategic point back.
You'll find that in this game...
Right-click on the strategic point to order your squad to capture it. Notice your mouse changes to a capture cursor when you mouse over a strategic point.
A lot of your soldiers are really dumb. They won't stay behind cover for anything. Half of them will stay where they're supposed to. The other half just get out in the middle and get shot.
Excellent. This concludes basic training. You've earned your stripes. You have learned how to select units, move the camera, and how to use the right mouse button to issue basic commands. Click Continue to return to base.
Alright, let's do infantry combat training right quickly.
Welcome to Infantry Combat Training. We'll be commanding an airborne infantry squad and learning how to use cover, flank the enemy, and use abilities. So far, we've issued commands with the right mouse button. However, using abilities from the taskbar is done with the left mouse button. Left-click on the flashing button, then left-click on the indicated position to deploy your paratroopers.
Ooh, we're calling in paratroopers. Right there.
Our boys are making their drop. Your squad is parachuting in now. In Company of Heroes, using abilities is always done with the left mouse button. These guys are airborne infantry, elite paratroopers that can be airdropped anywhere on the battlefield.
Paratroopers on point.
The red shield displayed next to the squad's icon indicates the squad is exposed. Exposed squads are especially vulnerable to enemy fire. Let's order the paratroopers into better cover. Select your paratrooper squad.
Notice when I hover over them, the lines around them are just dashes, and when I actually select them, it gets
Select your
a little
paratrooper
thicker.
squad. Right-click near the indicated objects to move your paratroopers into cover.
See, the lines now are like a thicker line, a dash, a thicker line, because the squad is selected.
All right, let's get going. Come one, come
The
on.
yellow dots on the ground show areas of light cover. Light cover offers limited protection from enemy fire. Good. The yellow shield icon over your squad shows they are in light cover. Let's move again. Right-click near the stone wall to move the paratroopers into heavy cover.
See the little green dots? It's heavy cover.
Put some hustle into it.
The green dots represent areas of heavy cover. Good. As you can see, the shield is now green. Your squad is now in heavy cover. Time to move into enemy territory. Let's use the attack move ability. Remember, targeted abilities like attack move are confirmed with a left click. Left click on the attack move button in the taskbar. Then pan the camera to the target location and left click. Squads using attack move will automatically attack the enemy and then continue to their destination. Enemy sighted.
Now, the one bad thing about attack move is that your squad will not use all the available cover on the way sometimes. So sometimes it's best to cancel that attack move just by giving them another command and redirecting them into more cover.
Good. Enemy patrol destroyed. Mortars, incoming. A Kraut mortar team has been spotted near the chapel. Attack the mortar squad by right-clicking on it.
Die, you fucks, die!
Attack the mortar squad by right-clicking on them. As you've seen, your squads will automatically use cover when attacking. Good work.
So
Notice
he says,
your squad was promoted to veteran status. There are 3 ranks of veterancy in Company of Heroes. All units gain veterancy the longer they are in combat, making them more effective on the battlefield. Recon shows the enemy has set up a heavy machine gun team to cover the road. We need to take it out. Attack the heavy machine gun team by right-clicking on it.
Fire weapons!
Your squad is taking enfilade fire from that MG. This is the MG's arc of fire. We need to stay out of this area. Order your... Excellent. Let's throw a grenade to destroy the machine gun team. Left-click on the flashing grenade icon in the taskbar. Then left... Using abilities like grenades costs resources. The machine gun team is out of action. Now, let's take over that MG-42. Time for a little payback. Capture the heavy machine gun by right-clicking on it.
see when I move over, the cursor turns into a circle.
On that
Right-click on
weapon,
it.
take positions. Airborne!
Excellent. You now control 2 squads, a heavy machine gun team and a paratrooper squad. Now, let's redeploy the heavy machine gun to cover the road using the set facing command. Select your heavy machine gun. Hold down the right mouse button over the MG team and drag the mouse in the direction of the arrow. You can issue a set facing command to all squads and vehicles in Company of Heroes. Incoming enemy patrol. Notice that your squads automatically attack nearby enemies.
Go!
More of them! They keep fucking coming!
Enemy unit down. Enemy patrol destroyed. More paratroopers are inbound to our position. Before our final objective, we need to capture the nearby strategic point to extend our front lines. Select a new paratrooper squad. Right-click on the nearby strategic point to capture it.
Infantry units
Point is
capture.
This sector is now under our control. Time to upgrade your squad.
Infantry units capture points faster than any other unit.
Upgrade your paratroopers by left-clicking on the flashing recoilless rifle icon.
Yes, sir.
Recoilless rifles are heavy anti-tank weapons that are effective against vehicles and structures.
You can see the processing right here at the bottom. When that completes, it'll give us the weapon, and that'll go away.
Excellent. Notice the upgrade icon above the health bar on the squad indicator. Time to attack the enemy and clear out the area. Order your squads to destroy the enemy machine gun team defending this farm using what you've learned so far. Remember, use cover and grenades. Good luck.
Get that weapon loaded. Get those boots working, boys.
Sir, put some back into it. Sir. Airborne, get your butts mobile. Fire here, Sarge! Airborne, on me! For it! Eagle! Watch cover! Follow me!
Red cover!
What do you need? Get going! Go, go, go! Make it happen!
During infantry training, you learned how to use cover, flank enemy positions, upgrade your squads, and use targeted abilities like grenades. Infantry training complete. Dismissed.
All right, let's go through base of operations. This may be the last one that we
Welcome
do.
to base operations training. During this exercise, we will cover base construction, how to capture territory, and how to build defenses. Our headquarters is located in this farmhouse. The HQ is your most crucial structure. With it, you call in reinforcements and off-map support. First, let's deploy an engineer squad. To do this requires resources. As you can see on your taskbar, you have no resources. For training purposes, we'll give you enough resources to get started, but normally you earn resources by capturing territory sectors. We'll explore this later. There are 3 types of resources in Company of Heroes: manpower, munitions, and fuel. Manpower is your primary resource. You spend manpower to deploy squads and vehicles. To deploy an engineer squad, select the HQ now. Left-click on the flashing button in the command panel to deploy a squad of engineers. Engineers are your basic construction squad. They can build defenses and base structures. Your engineers are ready for duty. Let's begin construction of a barracks. First, select your engineers. Left-click the flashing button to access your base building options. To build a barracks, left-click the flashing button and then left-click at the indicated location to order your engineers to begin construction. Base structures can only be built near the HQ and on open ground. If the build preview turns red, you cannot build at that location.
Okay, barracks is
Good.
ready.
The barracks allows you to deploy basic infantry troops to the battlefield and upgrade your squads. Time to call in a rifleman squad. Select your barracks. Now, left-click on the Rifleman button. Again, notice that you have spent manpower to deploy the Rifleman squad. The Rifleman squad is now displayed in the build queue. You can cancel any item in the queue by left-clicking on it. Rally points can be set by using the rally point icon, and then newly deployed squads will automatically move to that location. You've spent all of your resources. We'll now show you how to earn more. Remember, there are 3 types of resources in Company of Heroes: manpower, munitions, and fuel. Let's start with manpower. A constant stream of manpower is generated from your headquarters and from the total number of territory sectors you control. The first number in the highlighted area shows the total amount of manpower you currently have. The second number shows how much manpower you are earning per minute. Munitions is the second resource. You spend munitions to upgrade your squads and use special abilities like throwing grenades. A constant stream of munitions is generated by capturing munitions sectors such as this one. Fuel is the final resource and is spent to deploy heavy vehicles, base structures, and to purchase global upgrades. A constant stream of fuel is generated by capturing fuel sectors like this one. The mini-map shows the location of all resource points. To get a more detailed view of the battlefield, click on the flashing button to bring up the tactical map. This is the tactical map. The battlefield is divided up into a number of territory sectors. Each sector has an icon which represents the location of the strategic point and the type of resource it provides. The more sectors you control, the more manpower you will receive. To return to the game view, click on the Exit button and we'll capture a sector. Select your Rifleman squad.
Listen up.
Right-click on the munitions point to capture it.
Oh, we'll take it all right.
You have deselected your squad. Right-click on the munitions point to capture it.
Point
Good.
is ours.
You've captured the point, and now you control the territory sector. As you can see on the mini-map, the sector is now blue, indicating it is Allied territory. However, the sector is also flashing. This means it is out of supply, and you are not receiving resources from it. Bring up the tactical map to get a better understanding of supply line. The munitions sector you've just captured is here. As you can see, it's not connected to your HQ sector here. This means it is out of supply. Out of supply territories do not generate any resources. To bring the munitions sector into supply, you need to capture this connecting sector. Double-click on the strategic point symbol to zoom in on that location. Sometimes the enemy will be defending strategic points. Eliminate the enemy, then capture the strategic point.
Battle squad, here!
Sometimes the enemy will be defending strategic points. Eliminate the enemy, then capture the strategic point. Unit
Send
down.
up a medic if you can.
All on the double, man! Oh, we'll take it all right.
Sometimes the enemy will be defending strategic points. Oh, excellent. Strategic points are vital in establishing your front lines and territory. Now, let's return to the munitions sector. The munitions sector is now in supply and generating a constant stream of resources. The resources a sector generates is indicated on its icon. Notice this matches your current munitions rate on the taskbar. Now, we need to secure the munitions sector to increase your munitions intake and make it harder for the enemy to capture. Now click on the flashing Field Defenses button on the command panel. Left-click on the Observation Post button, and then left-click on the Munitions point.
See, I'm putting the observation posts
I didn't come all the
over
way
the
to Europe
munitions
to do
point,
this.
and that will increase the amount of munitions I get from this point, as long as the observation point is still on it and the sector is connected.
We're done building
Now that the
here.
observation post is complete, the sector is secure. Notice that your munitions rate has increased. More importantly, the enemy will need to destroy your observation post before they can capture your sector. This area is crawling with German patrols. Time to defend our front lines. Select your engineer squad.
Get your gear
Click on
together,
the
boy.
flashing Field Emplacements button. Left-click on the MG Emplacement button, and then position it by left-clicking on the indicated location.
Well, I really don't want it in that spot, but we will
Finally,
put
set
it
the
there
facing
anyway.
of the MG emplacement to cover the northern approach. Left-click once more to start construction.
Sort out that MG nest, ASAP.
Construction
Excellent.
detail. Our work is done here.
Enemy incoming. The MG emplacement will automatically engage. Fantastic. The MG emplacement is suppressing the enemy troops. They're retreating. However, the Germans know we're here now, and they'll be back with more troops. We need to fortify our position. In Company of Heroes, you can garrison local buildings which provide excellent cover for squads during combat. Order the engineers to garrison the nearby building by right-clicking on it.
See, the cursor goes from plane to the box with the arrow in it.
You have deselected your squad. Order the engineers to garrison the nearby building by right-clicking on it.
I hit the wrong button. I hit the left button.
Good. Buildings can also be upgraded into a forward barracks, allowing you to deploy troops closer to the front. Select the local building. Left-click on the flashing button to upgrade it. Only buildings in supplied sectors can be upgraded into a forward barracks.
You can also reinforce your troops from this.
Now you can deploy infantry squads from this building in exactly the same way you do from a barracks. Now deploy a rifleman squad from your forward. Excellent. Select your rifleman squad. Use the rifleman squad to capture the indicated strategic point.
Oh, we'll take it all right.
Use the rifleman squad to capture the indicated strategic point.
Be patient, man. Stop telling me what to do.
Use the rifleman squad to capture the indicated...
What say we lock it down?
The flashing yellow indicators above your squad shows that they are being suppressed. While suppressed, your squads will dive to the ground and crawl to avoid being hit. The flashing red indicator shows your squad is now pinned. Pinned units are ineffective and will take heavy casualties unless you retreat. Left-click the flashed retreat will break any suppression or pinning effects on your squads and give them a defensive bonus. Your squad is safe now, but they took some casualties. You can reinforce squad members one member at a time. Select your rifleman squad. Click the flashing button to reinforce your squad back up to full strength. Squads can only reinforce if they are near a base structure, a forward barracks, or a half-track. Notice you have earned experience. You gain experience by capturing territory, building structures, and fighting the enemy. Once you've gained enough experience, you're rewarded with a command point. You can use command points to unlock special abilities. To do this, left-click on the flashing Company Commander button. There are 3 companies you can choose: Infantry, Airborne, and Armor. Each has its own special abilities and unique units. For training, we'll choose the Infantry Company. However, during the game, you'll be able to pick the company that best fits your playstyle. Click on the Infantry Company icon to select it. Then, click the Accept button to confirm. Here are the special abilities available to you as an Infantry Company Commander. The Defensive Operations ability allows your riflemen to build defenses. Click on the Defensive Operations button. Then, click the Accept button to confirm your choice and exit the Company Commander screen. The Germans will be counterattacking. We need to defend this area with sandbags. Select your rifleman squad. Left-click on the Build Field Defenses menu and select the Sandbags option. Left-click at the indicated location to start the wall. Now drag the mouse to the final location and left-click to order your riflemen to build the sandbags.
Yes.
Good. Your riflemen are now building the wall section by section. Sandbags provide heavy cover. You can move infantry behind this wall to give them cover against incoming fire.
That's it. Construction finished. Got enemy troop movement.
Move your ass!
Enemy unit down.
Target destroyed!
Earn more command points. Left-click on the Company Commander button. Left-click on the flashing button to unlock a devastating artillery strike. Then, left-click Accept. Use the artillery strike ability to defeat the German attack. Okay, take cover. Enemy unit down. Down.
On me!
Stand down. Section is clear. Well done. During training, we covered how to establish your base, call in additional troops, capture territory, defend your front lines, and use company commander abilities to defeat the enemy. This completes base operations.
Okay, my friends, so we've taken a quick look, ran through a couple of tutorials. If Company of Heroes seems like something that you would be interested in, let me know. I'm going to play it regardless because I haven't played it in a long time and I quite enjoyed it. And I just thought you might like to play it with me. But if you don't, feel free to skip right over these videos, but they are still going to come out some. still going to continue to do a War Thunder and an occasional World of Tanks if I ever get good at it. But anyway, let me know what you think down below. And like the video if you like it, dislike it if you don't. But as always, thanks for watching. Nerd out.